브래들리는 어떻게 살았지?
Who goes there?
Who goes there?
That nightmare again. I need a drink.
Drink. 사피? 추론? 힘? 어차피 추리물이니까 힘이 필요하려나? 기름.
No. I
No.
want to know what Bradley and Dr. Colden have to say about all this.
날이 밝았네.
You're awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
엉망이에요.
Did I sleep long?
얼마나 오래
The
잤습니까?
day is only starting. It's fine.
술 마시고 싶다는데 마시게 해줘야 되나? 아니 근데 이런 곳에서 버티려면은 술 아니면 미칠 것 같기도 해. 아니 근데 이거 바뀐다는 뭐지? 무슨 영향 있는 건가? 왜 술 마시는 게 운명을 결정하는 걸까? 초반 부분에 그게 있긴 했었는데 그 뭐지 뭐 술 뭐 마시면 기억 어쩌고 저쩌고 근데 여기는 왜 안 나와 있지? 좀 술 마시면서라도 버티자. 씨, 적당히 미쳐버려야지 이거. 또 마실 수 있어? 어? 뭐야 한 번 마시면 땡이네 그냥? 계속 마셔. 아니야 취할 것 같아. 너무 취하면 안 돼.
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your
당신
disappearance
죽었잖아,
to the force,
근데.
but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
넌 뒤졌어
Mr.
분명.
Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are
넌
things
뒤졌다고.
I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
찰스한테 뒤졌다고.
saw people in hoods. They had stolen Mrs. Hawkins' paintings.
Who are you talking about? Why would they do such a thing?
I don't know, but they were a threat. They've taken over the caves under the mansion. They were performing some kind of ritual. One of the entryways was under Charles Hawkins' office.
We suspect Mr. Hawkins of being involved.
My patients believe the old islanders used to worship primitive sea gods. Could they be the focus of the cult?
Am I hearing this right?
So you think me gullible?
No, not at all.
What else did you uncover, Mr. Pierce?
I have flashbacks. They haunt me.
What did they do to you?
There was that Dr. Fuller, and a nurse. Blood everywhere. My legs, the pain, I couldn't bear it. I was screaming. They injected me with something. I woke up at the Institute. Bradley was there.
And how you scared us. You seemed demented.
You likely woke up during the anesthesia. No wonder those memories haunt you. What in God's name were they doing to you?
What happened afterwards?
When I woke up the second time, I was in a padded cell. That's where you found me, Doctor. After you released me, I got a good look at what's in store for the patients of the Riverside Institute. Hallucinogenic gas pumped into the cells. An infernal machine. Horrific medical experiments.
Impossible. Dr. Fuller would never do such a
난
thing.
내가 겪고 나왔다고
You
이
should believe it,
새끼야.
Ethan. What Mr. Pierce saw is precisely what I've been trying to prove. Did you discover anything else?
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins. And that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
I didn't see what, but something was there with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins
이미
case.
사건 이상으로
You really
벗어났어.
think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
신중하게 해줘.
You're right. Without a plausible explanation for what I saw, let's not jump to conclusions.
That seems wise indeed.
어?
Very well. I'll go to
Where?
see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
The other night's events are still confused in my head.
당신 죽었다고.
The other night's events are still confused in my head.
Let us go now and learn the truth about what's happening on this island.
한 잔만 더 마시자. 아니야, 밤이 아니잖아. 가자. think more.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died
어제?
yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well. Look who's here.
cat?
You know each other.
Our paths crossed, briefly. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
꺼져.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me.
사라한테서 그림 받은 건가?
May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday, I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
I expected to find you more grief-stricken than this by the death of your husband.
I do not like the tone of your allusion, sir. I had long months to weep every tear in my body, and to accept, if not my fate, at least that of my husband. And so I'm sorry to disappoint you if you're expecting more hysteria and grieving widow in my voice. Rest assured, however, my anger is real. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes. Did you not do anything to help him?
이건 뭔 말이야? 나와는 상관없다? 근데 진짜 범인은 플로라고 해봤자 믿어주지도 않을 거 아니야. 그렇다고 제가 거의 또 이것도 화날 거고 도발이잖아. 이거밖에 없어.
It's terrible what happened to your husband, but I had nothing to do with it. I was injured, and I came across him in the hospital
이렇게 얘기해
quite by
주는구나.
chance.
Injured? Well, I'm delighted to see you in such fine fettle, Detective. Not everybody enjoyed such a prompt recovery.
I suppose Fuller does do miracles now and again.
Luck is obviously very kind to you. Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it...
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
좀 둘러볼까?
Did she really care for him after all?
사랑하기는 한 게 맞나? 시신임도 요구하는 편지.
The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives. A house of artists. Frances Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even?
그럴 수도 있지.
Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler, "Finally."
드디어.
What did Sarah
Finally.
Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting?
걱정돼서? 딴 데는 돌아갈 수 없네.
He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom? She first refused to sell the painting. How did that make her feel?
친구였기 때문에 자기가 모시는 신 뭐 이런 거하고 연관되지 않길 바랬던 건가?
She despises Sarah Hawkins, but it's the painting she truly hates. Why?
와, 왜 좋아하는 거야?
The Shambler. I need to see it.
섬뜩하구만. 집안이.
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
Irene, I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head. I see him behind my eyelids each time I shut my eyes.
한 잔 더 마시고 올까?
I can't
미쳐버릴 것
think
같은데?
anymore. I can't hold him back. Forgive me.
That accursed gallery. Those accursed paintings. That accursed Sarah.
다시 듣기인가?
A strange Amerindian pendant.
원주민 펜던트. 고래와 대구.
I could use one of those.
수면제. 뭐 어제처럼 쓸 데가 어딘가에 있겠지 뭐.
Strange. For
Strange.
months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
저는 괜한 죄책감에 시달리고 싶지 않습니다. 당신에게 파멸을 가져오는 장본인이 되고 싶진 않아요. 다시 한번 부탁합니다. 제발 잊으세요. 좀 친하긴 했네. 진심으로 쓴 것 같아 이거는.
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
왜 선택지가 나오는 거야? 뭐라 써 있는 거야 이거? 말 확대가 뭐? 아이한테 얘기하면
That's
되겠다.
twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective.
이
Try
책
not to
뭐예요?
make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
I have a well-off client in Boston who heard about the death of Francis Sanders and wanted me to size up his estate before making an offer to his widow.
Nice story. Bad lie. Learn how to dupe, Detective. But as long as you keep out of my way, you're free to carry on with your visit.
And you? What brings you to the Sanders home?
I'm here on business. Irene asked me to liquidate
팔면
all
안
these
되는데 다
paintings.
태워버려야
She
되는데.
doesn't intend to hang around here for long.
Why you?
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater. It needs someone with a network and a means of transport to the mainland. A choice that comes down to Fitzroy and me. And I'm far more pleasant, wouldn't you say? Not now, sweetheart. I'd like to read this without some snoop looking over my shoulder.
물어볼 수 있나? 저 책이 뭔가? 아니야.
Go take a hike, Detective.
아씨, 너무한데? 안 뜨네. 술은 마시긴 마셨는데 굳이 책까지? 왜 숨는 게 있는 거야?
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
저건가?
The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery. The public entrance to the gallery. Why was he so interested in old weapons?
기름이? 불 꺼지나? 어떻게 해야 되나 이거? 말레우스 베스티아룸. 미지의 괴생물체에 대한 백과사전 같은 것이다. 이쯤 되니 정말 존재하는 것 같은 기분이 든다. 당신의 운명을 결정하는 선택입니다. 기분 나쁘게. 말레우스 베스티아룸. 촉수? 저 별? 읽으면 안 되는 건가? 그레이트 올드 원들로부터 전수받아 쓰인 이 글을 그레이트 올드 원? 이거 예전에 얼음님한테 들었던 것 같은데. 그레이트 올드 원? 이거 크툴루잖아. 인류는 지식을 이 글을 통해서건 다른 책을 통해서건 인류는 지식을 습득할 것이다. 나를 괴롭히는 환영은 신화 속 괴물들의 이름을 속삭이며 저주받은 책 중에서도 가장 부정한 이 책은 평행차원 벽 뒤에 가려진 괴물들 사이를 가르는 최후의 보루가 될 것이다. 저주받은 책? 쉣. 오반데. 건드리면 안 되겠다. 저주받은 책이라고 대놓고 돼 있잖아.
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times. Is this dagger part of Sanders' collection, or was he seeking to acquire?
당검 그림. 이 당검 아까 봤던 것 같은데. 챙겨야 되나?
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
그거 아니야?
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times. These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
챙길 수가 없는데. 저거 같기도 한데. 이건가?
Why was he so
이거구나.
interested in old weapons?
이거.
Why was he so interested in old weapons? Why was he so interested in old weapons?
못 가져가나? 딱 이 모양이야. 별도 있네. 뭐 할 거 없나? 가자. 살려주세요. 할머니, 살려주세요. 네? No, no. 침 흘리지 마. 더러워. 보지 마, 보지 마, 보지 마.
What the hell was that?
What the hell? 뭐 어떡하라고? 그 칼로 잡는 건가? 근데 들어오는 거 좀 오래 있으면 미치나? 폐쇄공포증 있나? 아니 뭐야 안 가. 아니 안 가. 한번 죽어볼까 그냥? 진짜 징하다. 아니 안 가.
Damn. This dagger looks different.
아 뭐야? 에? 막는 거밖에 안 되는데? 쏘기. 근데 방금 집었는데 뭔가 좀 다르다 그랬었는데?
What the hell was that?
아니, 뭐가 달라? 좀 다른가? 아, 잠깐만. 뭐? 사라와의 편지에도 자주 나타났던 어디 있어? 요거? 아 뭐야? 에이씨. 아 뭔데? 저거 맞는데?
What the hell was that?
이거.
Damn. Did it hear that? Maybe I can use this dagger.
아, 그림을 찍는 건가? 그림을 찍는 건가 봐. 공격이 안 돼.
What the hell was that?
아니 근데 모양이 하나 깨봐야지. 아무거나 깨보자 그냥.
Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
다 똑같네.
This dagger looks different.
맞네, 맞아. 바이. 꺼져. 아까 그 칼이 맞았네. 찍어, 손. 찍어.
What's the matter with you? You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I
아니,
do.
방금
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
Sanders was right. This painting is cursed.
What are you talking about?
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
My arm was disappearing into this painting. You must have seen that.
I saw you put your trembling hands on a collector's artifact. Where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
It's not your style to give me free
그래,
information.
그러게 왜
like that.
갑자기
Take it
착해지지?
as payment for being my canary. A simple trade-off. Now go see your antique seller. I've still got things to settle with Irene.
와, 뭐지? 아이씨, 공격이 뭐? 그냥 쏘기는 뭐지? 총 쏘는 게 따로 있나? 막기밖에 없어. 막는 게 뭐야? 앞에 되는 거? 피? 도둑? 누가 왔었나 본데? 먼저?
Where's the bookseller? Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century. Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
Hello? 아무도 없어요.
The Book of Zion is the foundational
듣지
work
않았어?
behind Helena Blavatsky's